자꾸만 그대가 많이 그리워져요. 사랑이 이렇게 아플 줄 정말 몰랐었죠. 너무 사랑해서 그댄 떠나갔지만 나의 가슴은 멈춰있네요. 아직 사랑하는데 많이 보고 싶은데 그댄 내게 돌아올 순 없나요? 사랑해 그댄 내게 올 순 없나요? 그대가 보고파서 죽을 것만 같은데 내 가슴이 닳아서 아픔도 느낄 수 없어. 제발 돌아와줘요. 사랑해요. 다시 올 것 같은데 매일 기다리는데 차마 내 맘 감출 수가 없네요. 사랑해 그대 내게 올 순 없나요? 그대가 보고파서 죽을 것만 같은데 내 가슴이 닳아서 아픔도 느낄 수 없어. 제발 돌아와줘요. 사랑해요. 그대 미친 듯이 불러보지만 슬픈 눈물만이 대답하네요. 미안해 그대만이 아프게 해서 영원히 그대 곁을 지켜주며 살게요. 내 심장이 다쳐서 사랑도 멈출 수 없죠. 그대 없이 나는 안 되나 봐요. 제발 돌아와줘요. 사랑해요. 가도 하는 길을 가고 있지만 누가 봐도 뻔한 사랑 하고 있지만 기다린다 나의 사랑 그게 너여서 너를 향해 가는 길이 불안하지만 확신 없는 기다림도 두렵긴 하지만 사랑한다 내 사랑 그게 너라서 내게 시작과 끝은 전부 너이니까
나나나나나나나나. 하, 안녕하세요. 어서오세요. 진아, 안녕하세요. 반가. 하이. 졸려. How's everyone doing? Hot? 왜 더워? Why hot? 81? 잠깐만. What's my degree? I have my phone. Oh, I'm what? 진짜 90? 이렇게 더워? I got home like 3 hours ago, so I wasn't that hot. I was in the car. Today is a good day. 4. Exactly 4. I got out at 4. I go at 7:30 to 4. 30-minute lunch break, but it's like 30 minutes. It's hard. Okay, guys. What's today, boss? Today is... I do something called company review, and basically what I do is I just start... Wait, what? Why is there like... They'd rather have earlier schedule. I can talk about later. But my schedule for right now, it's going to be... I'm gonna do... A company review is basically I just review about a company that interests me, talk about their history, what I think about it. I haven't found like a template of what I wanted to do with this. I kind of got it roughly, but we'll just get started, right, with that. And so, yeah, it's been great. Finally, Zoom day. So today's company that I'm gonna talk about is Zoom. And I actually had really fun studying about this company because it's actually older than I thought. I thought it was only like maximum 5 years company. So basically that would consider a startup, but it was actually a long history. So I'll talk about Zoom today. I'll just wait for a little. So I'll talk about like myself or my day, how my today went till 8, and then I'll start doing my company review, and we'll end with playing chess because we are still going to consider doing the chess thing. Did you finish learning more and more? Did you know yesterday my internet died? Because the weather was bad, but I didn't finish. I kind of got the idea, but I was going to finish it today. But I'm like, we'll see. What would you rather see, me finishing more and more twice or playing chess? I tried first time girl stream yesterday by basically doing like K-pop dance, and it was very interesting. As in like I thought so too, but there wasn't that many viewers yesterday. Although I did it for maybe like 20-30 minutes. It was very trolling. I actually started getting DMs. A lot of people, please don't DM me. Please don't DM me. No DM. You can try Twitch Sing. Oh my god. To be expected for guessing? I tried Twitch Sing, but it wasn't working for me. I don't know how it works. I could try, but it wasn't working. It's not that good for me. Yeah. Even still, I have still people DMing me. Just don't DM me. You can talk to me on Discord, but don't DM me. Why what? I was actually interested in, so we have, you guys know what a belt line is, right? So it's like the highway in a state, in a city, right? Um, so there were riots going on apparently yesterday, and I was coming home. I had to do a detour. It was from work. So I had to go around. Personally wish they would maybe stay off like the cars, because it gets very dangerous, and it really sucks if 3-lane becomes 1 lane. So that was a pretty bad disaster. But other than that, it's interesting. It was very interesting. It's my first time going through anything at work. I'm gonna think. I see why people. So personally, let's talk about work. I don't know. It's you guys. It might be intense in Wisconsin, yeah, because like it's nearby. It wasn't it wasn't a nightmare. It wasn't that bad today. Yesterday was bad. Like near the capital. So we have something called like it's like a street where it's like with small personal businesses, and they happen to do the protesting there, which is fine. Like a lot of protests happen there. But remember, like, this protest is very different from other protests where it kind of gets very violent. What was unfortunate was that although, like, there were a lot of personal small businesses, I feel like, on State Street, which really sucks. Because... So, hi, 안녕하세요, 어서오세요, 어서오세요, welcome. So, yeah... luckily they cleaned it all up like 2 days ago, but I don't think it was like not that bad compared to like the neighboring state. But yeah, I did read some like posts saying that like you can like even if you break windows, you could build it back up, but you can't do lives. I agree if you're like a big company, but if I've seen one store run by Korean family in Minneapolis where not only did they steal everything, but they burnt the place, which really sucks. So I don't understand. Like, I guess breaking the windows is okay, but it's unfortunate. Sorry, I should not talk about this because it can get political. Just hope that you guys, if any of you guys. I'm okay with you guys protesting if that's all your free will. Just don't break stuff, don't get hurt, don't break. 2 things, most important things. Don't get hurt and don't break stuff. Woo! So. Anyways, at work it's... I'm sure that there are people dressed as Protestants? Christianity? Protester? What's Protestants? What's the difference? 저 너무 배부르다. What's Protestants? I searched Google, it says Christianity. Is this something to do with Christian? While you look up the word, so let's talk a little bit about work. I'll try not to say stuff personal. Good morning. Hi, 안녕하세요. 어서 오세요. Early Settlers of America. 이모트 귀엽다. Whose emote is this? What was I gonna say? Where was I? Work. You know, actually, to be honest, I'm in this stage of waiting for confirmation / feedback right now, so I actually didn't do a lot today, which was really, really good, because I really got to focus on Zoom. So one thing that's funny is that they allowed my personal computer to not allow YouTube access, Discord access, um, Google Drive. You can't even use Google Drive. Today I was very responsive, because I listen to music here, so I get the alarms, which really sucks. But other than that, I was like, it wasn't too bad. But my manager was really busy today. He was in and out and everywhere. So after, I didn't get anything until like 2 hours before work ended. So I actually spent the whole morning working on Zoom. Which was totally fine for me. I did try to do it secretively. I didn't want them to be like, why is she looking up Zoom and like pictures of guys, like CEOs and like investors and like looking at capitals. It kind of did because I had a PowerPoint on, but you know how I only like copy and paste things? Yeah. But it was fine. I got a lot. I basically finished it at work. And then I was like, well, like I should maybe try to like do networking today. One thing I really like about I don't know about other companies. It didn't really happen in other companies, but this company, what I liked about it is that I told another manager. I was like, he asked me what I did, like what I'm working on, like the projects. It's so nice because like a lot of like the manager level people, they know I'm an intern and they just ask me, like, what are you doing? Like, what's your goal? Like, I don't know. They're very caring. Is it because do I look lost? I don't know. They were very caring. Like, they kept asking me, like, do you need any help? And so, yeah, they're very good managers. And I was like, yeah, this is like what I'm doing, but I'm actually at a stop. Like, I just told them, like, I wasn't blaming anyone, being like these people aren't doing anything. I was like, I am doing this, but I'm like waiting for feedback, so that's what I'm doing. Because they actually wanted to know what I was doing, so that's what I told them. And I also told them that I had another like more like office job, not like engineering job going on. And this guy was like, oh, like, if you like are only doing that, then I should go talk to him because like he doesn't want me to just do office job. He wants me to like observe and do like more like real project, like hard, challenging projects. And I was like, yeah, that's really good. So I'll like follow you and like follow up with you and stuff. But they were really caring, and I was like, usually the companies that I've been to, if someone looks lost, other people didn't really care that much. But I was a little amazed. They were like, do you need any help? Like, are you looking for anything? And there was this guy, there's another manager that we were talking, and he was like, what was he saying? What did he say? He was like he gave his like intern some work to do. And I was like, can I have the information? And he's like, of course. And he like added on more because I was focused more towards data analytics. And so he's like, yeah, like just come up to me if you need other things. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen like such people, like manager level people engaging to interns a lot. And he was like, don't worry if you have to bother people, like that's not a big problem, yada yada yada. So I was like, oh, they're nice people. Ooh, I see a lot of nice people. So it made me very happy. I like having nice people. But other than that, I just did Zoom today. I just worked on my stream. So yeah, but I have to be like really nice to my managers. So it wasn't too bad. I kind of like got along with the flow of like when like some managers are very have no filter, is just to respond back with no filter, and they like it. That's the goal. And it's also good for my part too, is because like they're crossing the line, so it feels like they do. I don't know, I'm trying to remember. Like yesterday, he's like, like, I don't know. I might have crossed the line a little. I'm very like on the line level where it's like, did I say something like, or not? What did I say? I was like, he mentioned about this thing, and I was like, yeah, I've taken this like training that you're supposed to do. There wasn't really a test involved, so I was really confused. And he also mentioned something about like, oh well, like thought you were more senior than an intern. I should be in a senior level at my age, but I've done other things. My role is in engineering. I'll just say that. Is that okay? I'm a CEO. Haha, haha. I do, yeah, I'm an engineer. Industrial engineer. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, but I'm a CEO on Thursday, so a lot of viewers, you guys, they call me boss, so you can call me boss too. I'm a very nice boss. Or I want to be a very nice boss. If you guys have any problems, if I like offend you guys, if I have no filters, please tell me. Be like, Jinri, can you stop? Can you put on a filter? Just say that, okay? I'm trying to remember what he said. He was like, oh, what did he say? It was something like, I'm trying to remember. It sounded like he was saying that like, as a joke. Like, oh, we want crossing the line? Okay. It was like as a joke, being like, if we don't train you, you won't get to know how to do so. Which I felt, I don't know, I found it offensive, being like, are you saying that like, I'm like dumb to do it? Like, because what they gave me is like the manual, and I could read the manual, right? I think I already have like negative like mindset of this person that makes me being like, whatever you say, it sounds so negative. So taking a bit far, yeah. I think I just have like a negative filter on it. Also, it did sound like he was just being a little like antsy about it, but do they know you stream? I did tell them that I did game streaming, but they didn't really care. I said that as a hobby. I do stream games, guys. We're gonna play games, right? Maybe I should have been like, I'm an e-girl. I do 60 still. It's been 2 weeks. No, it hasn't. It's been, oh, I guess it's kind of 2 weeks. What have I been doing? And that was when you made money? Oh yeah. I'll wait for my angel investor to come, and then like we're gonna start playing games again. Oh. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't know. Some people don't like watching League of Legends, but you know what? Deal with it. It's my stream. I do whatever. So other than that, I don't know. It's like, so when he told me that in a way, it did sound aggressive to me. I don't know. But when he said that, I was like, well, you know I can read the manual, so I'll know how to do it. Like, I just became straightforward. I don't know. Yeah. It was more like, I guess I shouldn't say that he liked it, but it was just like an awkward silence. Because I think he kind of noticed that I felt irritated with those comments. Just makes very awkward comments. He just, there's a lot of... There's a lot of things There's a lot of things where, wow. I kind of see, like, first day, when I told this other guy that I was working under a certain person, like, my manager, he was like, he's so smart. But and then he couldn't go on. And then he goes, and then the friend goes, yeah, you'll figure, I'll let you figure him out, right? And I was like, holy cow, what does this mean? And I totally understand what that meant. But I can't describe. But yeah, smart means a lot of things. I did. What did it mean? 안녕하세요, 어서오세요. What did it mean? It meant I think it just meant that he's so smart that he's like, it's very complicated. It means that he's very smart. So it's hard for him to understand when you don't know something. So he has a hard time explaining that because he knows it all. Which I understand. It's like really smart professors when they try to explain it to students. They're like, it's just blah. And they're like, okay, well, we don't understand this blah. And then the professor goes, but blah is blah. And you're like, what? Oh. Yeah, so I think that's kind of what like he was trying to say but that could, if he were to say that to me, it could sound very mean and sounds like he's like talking to someone behind his back. So I appreciate it, I guess, or it was a good idea for him to say like, oh, you'll like figure him out on your own, yada yada yada. But it was funny. I thought that was very funny because like. And also the fact that like, so other managers created a list for their interns to like go talk to and know it. It was sad that my manager wasn't there. My big manager was there, but oh well. Work is hard. Companies are hard. It's like nice to have smart people, but at the same time, it's very hard if you're not at the same smartness level. So. Yeah, we'll see how things go. It's fine. There's like other good people. It's worse if you work with your family. I actually worked with my family and it wasn't too bad, but it was bad for people working for her, you know? Because I ended up being like, what's 낙하산 in English? Parachute? Freebie? Nepotism? That's a word? oh, kind of nepotism. 아, 안녕하세요. 어서오세요. 반가. What is company review? So I basically just study about a company on my free time and I just talk to you guys about it. It's kind of like a semi-podcast. But I'm not a perfectionist. Perfection. I don't know it perfectly, so you guys could interrupt me in between, but I do lose my train of thoughts. So, but I will start that at 8. Getting in through connection? Nepotism is illegal? Really? Nepotism. Nepotism? These pronunciations. Which company today? I'm gonna talk about Zoom. Nepotism? Yeah. Ah, sorry, in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes. Basically 20 minutes. Sorry, I was talking about my time. You know what? I should have a clock. Work was fine other than that. I kind of hate Zoom. That's funny because I don't know. I try to be very like centered when I do the company reviews, but I just laugh at a lot of things. Like So I definitely have like a favorite and a hate. Oh, by the way, there's a reason why I dress like this. Um, because Zoom is you guys all know. I'll probably do it again, but it's a web conference thing, and you know how when you do a web conference, like top is very nice and bottom is comfy. Hiya! So I kind of dress like this. This is my comfy, and then this is my proper. I literally I wore this for work. That's you almost every time, isn't it? No, actually not. I wear nice bottoms, but you can't really see, so it kind of makes me. I guess I kind of wait for people to come to stream. So. What are some fun news out there? I was gonna like read at some like company news. Do you feel biased that Zoom it's a Chinese company? I don't know. I don't know how much thought that I can put into before I get like killed. You know, you have to be very careful on stream, whatever you say. That's the hardest thing. I don't know, like, what's the level? Like, I want to be in, like, that line where it's, like, is it, like, going over it? Cause, like, we yeah, we have to, like, delete the videos and stuff. It's, like, as worse as me showing my panties on stream. That almost happened to me. That's why it's hard to do an IRL stream. Cause I was doing an IRL stream and I totally forgot that like I put the camera on the floor. I was wearing a skirt. I almost went over it. So I was like, oh fudge! I mean, you already presented to your professor that China is responsive for dust and streamed it. That's true. Oh, okay. That makes sense. People that IRL don't have anything to lose. I think people who do IRL is confidence. They have so much confidence. I never do IRL. It's so hard to do an IRL. Like I challenge you guys to try doing an outdoor stream. Just not even like streaming it, but to record it and try to talk with it. Very hard. So very hard. Like yesterday, even when I was just doing the dancing, like learning to dance, I was like, okay, like it feels weird not talking. And I did have some people being like, Jinri's so serious. I'm like, well, like, I don't know. IRL people don't really talk, but do they talk? Okay, let me get some water. Also, guys, at the I have to thank you. Thank you for taking care of chat. I saw some people streaming the riot. Should I go and stream the riot? No, it's sparkling water, guys, by Kirkland. No. And it's worse if you have opinions on controversial topics. 그러니까. Yeah, we're a big Costco. Yeah. I saw someone streaming. Thank you for 100 bits. I'm here because of Jing. Who's Jing? 찡이 누구야? Who is Jing? 섹시가 있징? check the database. Good idea. Who is Jing? 찡, 찌지. 야, 없는데? It's a guy? 아니야, I got girl. Well, thank you for 100 beats. Thank you so much. What is... 그러니까 I see someone do SO. How do you do shout out? I haven't done anything. Someone needs to find the code. I have 3,200. 3,700. Did you know that I'm gonna do podcast today. Did you know that first when I started to talk to AMD, I thought really? I had how much did I have at that time? I wanna say I had like 3,400. It was very awkward. I still remember. I was like, oh, I have 3,000. Oh, like, no, I didn't even have 3,000. This was last year, September. Where do you want to work after graduation? I'm not sure. Yeah. The Dark Age? Yeah, I remember saying I didn't have 3,000, but I lied that I had 3,000. Because I had like 2,000, like 8 or 900. And so I was like, yeah, I have 3,000 followers. I had like, I had like 30 people watching max, but I was like, yeah, average of 30 people. This song is so hard, guys. Hey, hey. What was your then? 그때 very sad. Less, I would say dollar. 아니야, 이거 할 거야. 나나나나나난 나나나나나난 Only for me. 하지 마. 이렇게 입고? I don't know if I can do this dance. 아. 어제 연습한 것만? 괜찮아. 오늘 사람 별로 없네. 오늘따라. 여기야. I learned here. 뭐더라? 이거. Thank you. Thank you도 아니지. Redeem. I should have something for redeem. 이거 이거 따따따따따따 돌리고 뭐더라? 너무 춤이 어려워. 아, 내 스타일 아니야, 이건 춤. 뭐뭐? 다현! I didn't know she was a rapper. 아니, 이거 빨라. You should use more. My emo? I should get someone to call emo for me. 아, like at least Pepe? 아, 그래? Twice biased? 나연? 아닌데. Who did I like? Who's my Twice biased? 다현! Twice by 다현. 이게 누구야, 이제? Who are they? This isn't Twice. This is someone else, but I don't know who they are. Who are they? There's so many new idols out there. 좀 넘겨볼까? 진짜 아이돌 많다. Who are they? Hey, I'm Bobby girl. I wouldn't be surprised if there's that many. That's why people work so hard to be in one of the like very very famous like companies, like JYP, SM, YG, now Big Hit. Actually, I only like K-pop. I don't think all Koreans like K-pop. Yeah. 아우, 그만 보자. They live like slaves? I guess maybe. I don't know. Would love to become an idol for a day. That'll be so fun, guys. That'll be fun. They were interested in some interesting Korean indie bands. Oh, I'm like, for me, I'm really heavy on 90s Korean ballad. Like today, driving home, I was like listening to the 90s ballad like crazy. It's like, oh my god, this is my jam! 투수 추천곡. 우와. 뭔데? 비디오도 내네. 나 준비 안 됐어. 기다려. 기다려주세요. 레인? 기다려봐. 나 뭐하지? 그때 You are my life. 그대. 절대 준비 안 됐어. 준비가 뭡니까? 이게 도네가 익숙치가 않으면 준비를 안 해. 예전에 준비했는데. 누구야?
You think I can handle dancing on my own?
와, 누구세요? 너무 이쁜데?
Girl, but only one
아니, 이거를 보여주면 밑에 저는 누구입니다 해줘야 내가 알지.
can answer. I'm busy dancing on my own. It takes two to
나 이런 식으로 노래 부르고 싶은데 너무 섹시한 것 같아.
wanna let go.
Korean girlfriend named Nia? I don't know who Nia is.
I'll let you say your business. Toss a kiss that you can live. I'm lying under compass. It's not playing.
난 이런 끈적한 노래 부르고 싶어.
To all the proper paying for some different problem. I know that and not too deep, but all I can say is I'm doing fine. That is you know. Stretching my legs without you home. I'm doing fine. That is you know.
누구야? 이분이 아까 그분이야?
You think
Is she the...
no.
그러니까 나는 좀 걸걸해.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango.
Let go.
Very nice voice.
Sorry, I can't.
Sorry, I can't.
Dancing on my own.
Busy on my...
Takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango. Her name is Hori. Hori? Busy today. This shit just got so toxic, don't you think? 좀 부럽다. 유유. 에이. 자, 줌이나 하자. Let's talk about Zoom. 끈적하고 좋지. 추천해주신다고요? 아유, 고마워요. Even them, no one uses Zoom. That's why I'm doing a company review on Zoom. Hi, 안녕하세요. 어서오세요. Zoom. What? I used Chime? Only Zoomers use it? I know. Are you guys ready? Oh, I'm gonna change to talk and podcast. Wait, talk show. It's kind of like a talk show. I think that when I do company reviews, I think it's more like talk shows. I think mostly what I do is more like talk shows, not just chatting. So interaction should be just chatting. And podcast is no interaction? Is that how it goes? These, like, labels, so... Oh, should I put... There's no education category, apparently. I don't know Chime. What the heck? If I change my thing, Stream Elements now tells me? 끈적하니까 애들은
My body is your party, baby.
Baby! Nobody
but you, baby.
Baby!
Can't do it slow now. Tell me what you want, baby.
Yeah, my friend does very good 끈적끈적. I want to call her. Maybe I'll call her today after. See, I gotta figure out a system where We can do karaoke together online, you know? And stream it on stream. Your body. 뭐 그런 거 있잖아. You know when they sing, they do like body. Twitch sings, Saza? I just can't know Twitch sings though. Got somebody. Oh. What you know? 뭐 저런 거. I wanna do that. How do they do it? My mind. Over. You love my mind. Is that all nasal sound? 에휴, 답 없다. 답이 없다. 답이 없다. Anyways, we're doing semi podcast, right? 그쵸, 저 타고난 것 같아. 나도 그렇게 생각해. 우리는 답이 없어. Anyways, ta-da! Finally, guys, we're back to company review. What you guys have all been waiting for. It's your favorite semi-podcast like of company review on Zoom. So today we're gonna talk about Zoom. Before I go on, I'm not telling you to buy anything. I don't do any, I am zero. I'm just an engineer and a heart major. Don't know anything about stock prices. Don't know if it's like on the moon or something. Like none of them are like my specialties. Just a grad student who's trying to recently look for a job, although I did find one right now, so it doesn't really count. But I started doing this because I needed to get hired, and they're like, you should do like a company, like you should know about the company a lot. And I'm like, like, what do you mean know the company, right? Like, they do stuff, they make stuff, you know? And then I was like, you know what, let me just do kind of like maybe like a historical thing. And then I started doing this once, and I got good feedback saying that it's interesting, and there was a lot of like, oh my god, you missed this part, yada yada yada. 친구 안녕하세요, 어서 오세요. But 끈적스. 우리 끈적스 뭡니까? 이거 노끈적이에요? 내가 부르면 이쁠 것 같아? 내 목소리를 맞춘 노래를 하나 보내봐요. 오! 나랑 저 괜찮은데? 나랑 어울릴 것 같은데? 아니야, 얘도 좀 끈적 있네. She's semi 끈적. 커플 노래가 신남매예요? My brother plays flute. If you're not in the right mood to sleep now, then come take my arms and go. I'll be yours for sure. 남매라고? 남매 좋겠다. Our siblings don't sing. Our siblings dance. I can show you like sibling dance too. Anyways, back to Zoom. 화면이 더럽네. Anyways, so where were we? Where were we? Anyway, so the company today that Jinri is going to do is company that I'm gonna talk about is Zoom. So there's a lot of bias on Zoom. I'll try to be very consistent in the middle, no leaning towards one way or the other. So we start out with it's a company. They actually didn't have a slogan, which I was surprised. It's like they've been a company for a while, but didn't have a slogan. But I thought something similar is delivering happiness, right? So I think that's kind of like what their motto is. I want to say maybe not close to a slogan, but a motto. Motto? 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 Their values. Their values. So let's get started. So crap. 미안해. Just kidding, not get started. Why is this picture not hidden? The heck? 기다려봐. 오케이. 오케이. Mistake. So, so let's get started, guys. Oh dear. Technical difficulties. Typical issues. So, first, very simple. Mission statement. So, what they want to focus in the near, like, 저 돈에는 이거 다 끝나고 돈에 볼게요. 한 30분만 주세요. 30분 뒤에 볼게요. 자, so their mission statement is basically what they want to achieve within the 5 years is make video communications frictionless. I think this being said, it's like there won't be any issues like a video connection or communication, like no lags or any other issues that other companies have, and we'll touch base on why the founder wanted to hit base on this, and their vision statement, which is like their long-term goal, is video communications empowering people to accomplish more. So they just want to like create a community, like a platform of like video communication, be the number one, be like Google of video communication. So I don't know if they achieved that. Anyways, and this is what I thought of Zoom at first. Just a video chat platform. Woohoo! So I said I'm not gonna be very biased, but I had to say, first time I heard about Zoom was when my mom had to use it for Zumba, and it was actually very complicated. I don't know, all the code, I'll touch base on how Zoom works, but simply putting is that they give you like all this like number to click on, and you just click on it. They tell you that you are downloading it. Apparently you don't have to download it, but it was very hard to do it on the web, so I ended up downloading it on my computer, which I don't know if that was a good idea from all the news that was going on, but yeah. So my mom did Zumba on Zoom, both Z's. Yeah, so how it worked was teacher was dancing and they had little like things. Interface wasn't my favorite type. It was a bit confusing. Still a lot of lag. Still video quality wasn't that good. So yeah, that's why I just put it as just a video chat. So we're gonna start off with the founder, or like the CEO. Well, he's not the CEO. President. Eric Yuan. A little bit about his history is that he earned a bachelor's degree in applied mathematics in Shandong University of Science and Technology. And then he earned a master's degree in mining engineering. What? Mining? From China. University of Mining and Technology. I was really surprised when I heard mining. I didn't see the connection of mining and Cisco. But then he, like one day he was like, you can see that this is the experience that I got from LinkedIn. We all love LinkedIn. Tells you everything. Well, you can see that he worked at WebEx, which we will be talking about of how he got there. He's Cisco, and then he was some official member for maybe 2 years, and then he's the founder and CEO. So Very simple, which means that he's actually been working in WebEx slash Cisco for almost what, like, I want to say 14 years until he moved to Zoom. Okay? So, I'm trying to remember. Where was this? So here's kind of like the inspiration of how he started this, how he was interested in video communication is first back in 1987 when he was a freshman. He's like, he had a girlfriend. Woo! Back then. And remember, why I said the year of 1987 is because there wasn't good technology and cell phones. Like, I don't know, they would have to just call. You couldn't actually see them and everything. So if he wanted to see his girlfriend, which was actually a 10-hour train ride to visit her, he's like, oh God, like, he told his girlfriend saying that, you know what, I wish someday, like, I wish I could visit you without traveling. He actually said that to her. And I was like, if my boyfriend said that to me, I'd be like, excuse me, do you not want to see me? But the girlfriend that he mentioned ended up being his wife. So it worked out. I don't know. Like, I guess it's not that bad, right? So that's the train ride. So 10-hour train ride. I'm like, yeah, I would have been like, excuse me. But he, I guess, said it in a nicer way by saying, because this was his words. He's like, he detested those rides and used to imagine other ways I could visit my girlfriend without traveling. I'm guessing he didn't have money to fly there, right? So, yeah. I don't know. I guess if Zoom gets super super good, there might be a way to do like now the touchy thing because you know just by doing the phone, it's not like the same when you have your girlfriend right next to you. So, and then a couple of years later, oh, this is actually the word that he said. He was like, someday if I can have a smart device, and with just one click, I can talk with you and can see you. That was my daydream, right? And then he's like, and he thought about this every day. So you can kind of see where the Zoom idea came back in 1987. Another thing was that right after he graduated from college in 1994, he moved to Japan for a few months. And at that time, Bill Gates was giving a speech. He's like, hey, you know what? There's gonna be a big future of the internet. Like, there's something out there. Like, this is 1994, when I was born, guys. And he's like, there's something out there, you know? Like, that's gonna make a fortune in the future. Like, this internet system, too, it's gonna be such a blast. Like, get on it. Like, get on the train. I know he hates train, but he's like, get on the train. Like, you need to focus on internet. Like, he gave a speech about that, and he was so inspired to a point where he's like, okay, you know what? We're gonna move to the US. So he had a little trouble of getting his visa, which was, I don't know. But he actually got hired to WebEx meetings as a collaboration software, basically doing some software programming. Very smart guy, right? Did mining engineering, but somehow ended up in like this software, which I thought was funny. So WebEx is basically a video conferencing software. And he actually got accepted when there was only like a dozen employees at the company. And a decade later, they sold WebEx to Cisco. Which, I don't know, logo didn't really change, but a bigger company, right? And he ended up being the vice president of engineering. And one thing that he had, he was also collaboration software there too. One thing that he had the most trouble with is that he said when he often met with customers, in the conversation with them, he learned that they weren't happy with the solution that Cisco WebEx was providing, and he just had us be like saying sorry a lot. Maybe like, I don't know, like it made me think of May. Overwatch May, they're like sorry, because like customers weren't happy. Typical thing about like a product industry. If your product really sucks, you hate it, but you're just working there for the money, like you're gonna be miserable. So he was like, he firmly believed that I could build a platform that would make customers happy. So he knew what troubles were causing in the software company. And he just couldn't fix it in Cisco WebEx because there was a point where once it was combined, they weren't on the same page. Like people at Cisco had their own thoughts of what they wanted to do versus like him working in WebEx. He's like, you know, we're gonna be a software company. Like you guys gotta go along with the flow and make it better. But it didn't work, so he left Cisco in 2011, right? And in 2000, and then like a couple of months later, he created a company called SASB. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. I might not be pronouncing it correctly. If you guys can correct me. Jinri sucks at pronunciation. We already agree with the fact. But in this company, he actually took 40 fellow engineers in WebEx, which I thought was funny. And yes, this was a US company, and they named it SASB. So, at first, this company wasn't any successful. Why? Because, you know, investors were like, okay, so how is this different from other video chat? You know, this is 2011. By this time, they had like, what, Skype was really big. That's the only thing I can think of in that time was like Skype, period. Like any video chat equals Skype. So the investors were like, okay, like, I don't know, I don't see anything better. I know you came from Cisco WebEx, but Cisco WebEx has a firm, like, marketing people, and, you know, Apple FaceTime was there. They have all the Apple kids, okay? It's like, Skype is big, like, they do everything, so I don't see any potential in this video conference chat system market to grow any better. Well, he convinced these four guys. We have the WebEx founder, Sabra Layer. Correct me if I'm wrong. Former Cisco SVP and General Counsel Dan, venture capitalist Matt, and logo of TSVC, and Bill Ty. So they're all very famous rich people. And they're like, okay, give it a try. So that's how he started rolling with that 40 engineers from WebEx. So I guess all those 40 engineers must have not been satisfied with this product, you know, to a point where Eric was able to convince them to come out, right? 2012, we had a name change from this guy named Jim. His last name is very familiar because he's actually the cousin of Dan, one of the investors, and so basically the board member. And he's like, you know, I think Zoom's a good name. It actually came from one of the books that he was reading, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna keep it simple because, honest to God, like, if they had the name SASB till now, I don't think it would have been as popular as, like, Zoom. So, whenever you're trying to make a company, like, out there, make it simple and kind of unique, where it, like, sticks to your mouth. So, that's what he did, and that's where it started. So, also in 2012, one thing is that they launched a beta version that could host conference up to like 15 video participants. So it wasn't that bad. It's like they started fresh. They had the 40 engineers with some money, paying them to create at least a platform that you can actually do video participants. So their first customer ended up being people in Stanford. So I think this might have been like the point where it was a good marketing skill of being like, hey, this smart people in Stanford is going to use Zoom to test it out, you know? And we just started. It's only been a year since our company has been made, but we have Stanford University to become our first customer. This is such a good marketing like startup, I feel like. If I were to have a company and if I can sell myself out to one of those big streamers, I don't know, that's a good resume, like, line, being like, sold my stuff to Stanford. Anyway, so we go on. In 2013, what happened was that Zoom actually raised 6 million in Series A. So the first time, like the first round of investment. And here's the people. We have Qualcomm Venture. We all know about Qualcomm. I think it's crap. I forgot what Qualcomm is. But ventures are where they invest money to a lot of companies, a lot of startups. And the guy on the right is Yahoo founder Jerry Yang. And much more from our other investors previously. So here's what they say. They were like, they have the same high quality and it's easy to set up. It's run on all platforms, desktop and mobile, for also an iOS and Android app, and it bumps up the total number of people to 40. So it's very like high quality screen sharing, all the marketing, yada, yada, yada. So they were able to raise 6 million. And they were able to raise at this point their version 1 product. So they started at beta version, now it's version 1, where it's like included their first paid offer as well as additional number of impressive users. But you know what? People still didn't know what Zoom was. I didn't know what Zoom was in 2013, and I'm pretty old. Like, I guess I would have been in high school, but still, Zoom was not that popular here. So I was impressed that like people knew about it. But they're like, yeah, Zoom is pretty, it's worth it. Yeah. I don't know, did you guys hear about Zoom in 2013? I don't think people knew. Yeah. "2014? You've seen the logo, really? WebEx? Oh, WebEx only showed up to 9 people max. Now that I think about it, in 2013, how many people on Skype was the maximum number on Skype in 2013? Because right now they're saying that 40 people can make it, So anyways, as time went on, a couple months later, people were like interested. We had a company named Vadio, trying to partner up with Zoom, doing a lot of collaboration. We also had like Teambox, another collaboration with them. Just the high definition video conferencing to add it on. So Zoom was selling their product out to different companies, I guess making products. So in Twitch terms, Zoom was doing a lot of collaboration with other streamers, other mid-sized streamers, right? And this was actually the whole list of companies that they partnered up. I don't know if you can see, but you can see that they had Logitech for Business, so very helpful. Vadio, which is a global manufacturer of cameras, which is definitely helpful for them. So it's basically like me doing a collaboration stream with people doing programming, because I program, so I need that number of viewers. Me doing a collaboration with some dancing streamers, some business streamers, which I don't really often see, but still. So it was kind of like that. But you can't really recognize any. I don't know, have you guys heard of anything like InFocus, Altia System, Revolve Robotics, VTEL, Vido 360? Seems like most of their companies were like focused on cameras or like somewhere related to like the video conferencing stuff companies. So yeah, they have like microphones, so they have microphones, some like high-end video conference solution stuff, real-time embedded video of a speaker into desktop, also partnered with Zoom. So yeah, they actually done a lot of marketing partnering up skills. So that means, this being said, their next round, so Series B, has added up to 6.5 million in funding, right? That's actually a very good number compared to before. And these were actually the people who invested, like Facebook, which we'll talk about. So keep Facebook in mind. Horizons Venture is actually a Hong Kong company that invested in series, which is a big thing. So they have a lot of money, right? And yeah, and this was back in 2013. So Facebook, keep in mind, that's funny. And one side comment was that remember how they were like, yeah, we can get up to 40 people, but they were having glitches, so they had to scale back to 25, but I thought that was funny. This is just side story. And so they raised, I don't know, total of $12 million, right? Keeping track. In 2015, they had their third round, so Series B, a C round, where they raised $3 million for an online conferencing. Not that interesting. They're raising a lot of money. I'm surprised how they were able to raise, like, I don't know, total of $42.5 million within the 4 years. I think Eric had a lot of connection. He must be a really amazing guy, being like, trusting him. You know, be like, what is this? So these were their customer. You definitely see Jerry Yang, the co-founder of Yahoo. Patrick Soon-Shiong is he's like famous for like developing the transplant and techniques for pancreatic. But he has apparently a lot of money. He's like a doctor or like some researcher in the medical field, but he has a lot of money to be investing. So, and the Emergence Capital, I actually don't know exactly how much each invested. I don't think Jerry Yang would be considered as Yahoo funded because I think he's like officially maybe out of it. So I think they put it in as like I'm funding as Jerry, like the title Jerry, not as title of Yahoo. But his name of co-founder of Yahoo definitely brought up the thing. So I don't know what makes it like super increasing demand. A lot of market research firm predicted at this time, 2015, that the global cloud collaboration market will reach 21.3 billion by 2019. That growth coped with increased demand for easy to use solutions, create a rip opportunity for Zoom. But compared to me, which I like to be on trend, I think I still haven't heard of Zoom. Have you guys heard of Zoom in 2015? So, they earned a lot of money. Now, one thing that was kind of like a weird time, maybe, I don't know why they switched, was that Zoom named new president, Dave Berman, and board member Peter Gassner to become the part of Zoom team. One thing about David is that he's a former president of Ring Central. Didn't really know what that company was. So Dave Berman is a global business leader with more than 15 years experience building sales, marketing stuff. So the company is a software technology. He's like really smart, and I personally think that they hired him because they needed to start doing the IPOs. And one of the impressive thing about Dave is that I think he has like a good idea of how to get the IPO and get 100 times revenue growth. So making him the president was a good idea for Zoom. Now Peter has 20 years of experience creating some of the most widely deployed platforms in the enterprise software industry. So he's one of the Silicon Valley's top technologists. Oh, I see you. He's also founder and CEO of Viva Systems. So a lot of like PR stuff, right? This means that Zoom has the access of all of the Silicon Valley technologists because this guy's really, really smart. He also has like, connections with people in Salesforce and PeopleSoft, which is like the most used software like platform for a lot of companies. Like I know Salesforce and I know PeopleSoft. If I heard it, like everyone knows it, right? So they were building up they were building up to start an IPO. They just didn't figure out what time to do it, but this definitely brought up like the tension of like, okay, we have really, really smart people now. So not only Eric with the basic fundamentals of Zoom and like video conference technology, we also have someone who can be in charge of IPO, someone who can be in charge of like the platform. So all connections, guys. Start making those connections. We might need a new president to do an IPO for my company, right? So, in 2017, they raised $100 million. What were we max at? Like 50? Did we say 50 before? Now they're at $100 million from Sequoia, a $1 billion valuation. Something a little bit about Sequoia. If you guys heard me talk about Airbnb, Airbnb was supported by Sequoia, so they do a lot of like big companies or like startups that has potentials. So their Series D funding was $100 million. So it made them be called as unicorn. So basically what this means is that it's basically like Faker decided to raid me with all his viewers. Like that's how crazy this is, in my case. And the reason why Sequoia decided to invest in Eric's Zoom was that he really liked his like potential, or like his what do I want to say? His future thoughts, his passion. I'd say his passion, because remember, he's back in 1987, his story with the girlfriend and like the train ride must have hit them very hard, being like, oh, that's such a touchy story and you made it this far. Look how much success you've made. You're definitely worth like creating something in Zoom. Like, I see you, my friend, like you could do it. So, and he also knows like the whole story of Cisco and everything. So back in 2007, that's when WebEx was taken over by Cisco. They said that Cisco was purely a networking hardware company, and he says that Cisco team never understood WebEx, or SAS for that matter, and eventually tried to fold it into a social networking product. So, two companies combining, both have different ideas, doesn't get well along together. No wonder the product isn't as good as other products, right? He also says that part of the problem with the WebEx core code, which he had written in 1998, he wanted to create a new video service on top of a modern cloud architecture. So he knew like the basic programming knowledge of video conferences because he written some code related to WebEx. So he knew everything. So Cisco had a big trust in him, supported with $100 million to make this business worthwhile. And I think honestly, if I were in Cisco's position right now, I'd be very happy. Look, think about how much money they have made. So another thing that they did was they did video conferencing for telehealth. So what telehealth is, basically allowing to do any video interaction in hospital settings, so doctor to patient and those types of things. So they also featuring an integration with the electronic health record system Epic. FYI, Epic is from Wisconsin. Woohoo! So that's a proud company. That's the only thing I can be proud of, right? Just kidding. There's other good companies. It cites a streamlined workflow for end users to chart in Epic's hyperspace, yada yada yada. So basically what they do is, hey, doctors need to talk to patients. We're gonna let them use the system Zoom. That's where a lot of, and not only it's gonna be just Zoom, they're gonna also embed the health record system Epic, which is amazing. Like, you guys, if you guys ever see Epic, be like, I know this company, right? Because they develop a lot of good electronic health record system. So this was big. Some of the things that Zoom helped out was, I don't know, let's point out, I don't actually understand exactly what they mean, but I could probably guess, being like, okay, we have cloud, we have video conference. Patient, are you okay? Do you need any problem? If any patient is hard to get out of the house and would rather want to just do video call with the doctor, that's where they'll be using the Zoom. They did any HIPAA stuff. HIPAA is like personal information. There won't be any personal information being leaked. There's a better platform. Also, remote camera controlled enabled. So a lot of big important things. These are some organizations in the telehealth that are being used. One thing that sticks out is Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. They're using Zoom. Other probably a very good company out there, but so I don't know, it's been out there, like Facebook knew it, Qualcomm, Hong Kong company, and now Johns Hopkins. I think this is a pretty good like list, and along with Stanford University, a very good marketing point, being like, my product is being not only used in Stanford, but yada yada yada, right? Also, Polycom decided to collaborate with Zoom. I was like, what is this thing? This is their logo. Very nice, very simple. I didn't know that if this was the right logo, right? So what they did in collaboration was like the one-touch system, a lot of fancy stuff. In pictures, this is what happens. So Polycom basically is this old device. I'm guessing a lot of people have seen this. I actually didn't realize how to use this until I went to a company, and I still don't know how to use this. I just wait until someone calls. Until like I guess Skype came in and it's being more used. Well, after they did the collaboration, it actually became a very fancy design of this. This I think I'd rather buy, right? Yeah, because if you think about, yeah, everyone hated that old phone. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, how the hell do you use this? You know, but now they changed it into more like a, okay, if you're in a meeting spot, someone doesn't want to share their computer screen, let's just use this fancy touch screen where Zoom is embedded, we have the webcam, everything's working. So they made much progress, and I think Zoom helped a lot with this. So I think it looks much fancier. So this definitely helped. But I thought the picture reference does help out, because I was like, okay, you tell me all these like bullet points, I have no clue, and I looked it up, and I was like, they made such a big progress. I still haven't seen anyone use this old, like the new style, but you know what? I would be kind of interested in seeing the newer style, right? Time flies. In 2018, 1 year later, Zoom had a Zoomtopia, where they were talking about the augmented reality and the artificial intelligence, so AR and AI, in the meeting. What is Zoomtopia? I got the 2019, I got the wrong one. But it is basically a conference for Zoom. So like this. I don't know, have you guys ever been to a business conference? They're just this bunch of people coming to like sell their product, know about Zoom. The only benefit of this is to tell a lot of customers, being like, hey, we have enough money to hold conferences. We have good technology to show you conferences. So basically, in Twitch term, this is just going to be a TwitchCon or BlizzCon, right? I love this. On their website, there was a why attend. Some things, I don't know. Why should you attend? Insights to improve your job performance. A very special musical artist. Hands-on demotes with Zoom expert. I don't know. I didn't understand what Happy the Humpback was. What does this whale mean? What is Happy the Humpback? I was thinking, like, are they referring to, like, angel investors? Like, whales were, like, the big money makers? I don't know. So, enough said. Back to the topic. AI, what was happening? Well, Yoon says, regardless, the students see whatever the student sees. In seeing in AR. So for example, if the teacher is walking around a representation of a solar system, okay, let's vision. So they're wearing the goggles. So the teacher has to wear something. Only the teacher though. And it's like, here is a solar system. And I think it's supposed to be like showing up on like live, being like, ta-da, like here's the Earth, then here's the moon. You can spin it, and then maybe it spins. And that's what the students see in the Zoom platform. Or I guess they have to look it through the Zoom. Yeah. It does not require the students to have any special equipment. This would be definitely interesting. I've actually never gotten to see a real AR thing. I did go to a VR and AR conference, and one AR that was like really cool was there's a fan-like thing that spins around and it shows you in 3D, but it's kind of like not real good quality because it's just a fan that's spinning with like LEDs and it like shows, but that's the only AR, so it was hard for me to vision this one. But the AI that they wanted to do was the company also announced its first flirtation with AI in the form of automated meeting transcripts, eliminating the needs for a note taker and creating a searchable transcript. Using AI, it converts all the speech from a meeting into text and even identifies each speaker. That's a lot of AIs do this right now. If you think about it, Google, YouTube does the auto translation thing. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. So this is definitely an interesting thing. It might seem very like, I don't know, this should be working, right? But to a lot of Zoom fans, this was pretty cool. So they've announced this news. I'm actually excited to see them actually make the AR though. In 2019, they did their IPO, which is basically last year. A little bit about it. Their ticker symbol is ZN, and they got as high up to, right? High up to closing out the day of 72% increase. That's what I was trying to read. At $62. Their highest was at 80% of $65. So at the end, it was 72%. Sorry, I read it wrong. At the price, they had a stock money, so people loved it in 2019. But I still have not heard of Zoom in 2019. So in the first IPO, they raised $356.8 million. After selling 9.91 million. Holy cow. Huh. So if I were Sequoia and like all the investors who invested in this, I'd be very happy. Do you think they would sell it on IPO? I feel like some people might have sold it. They would have still made tons of money though, right? So that's what they did. IPO was very successful. I think honestly, if this was this high, it was considered to be very successful. So Zoom in 2020, you can barely see the graph. I don't do any analysis, but from the time chart, because this is the whole graph, I just put in arrows. First arrow showing this is the start of their IPO, but you can see that it did go down. The reason why I put it at December of 14th is that that's when kind of like Corona started. Not 14th, sorry. December 2019, sorry. That's when Corona all like was like, oh, wait, oh, you're sick. Wait, that's not cold. Oh, wait, you have something called coronavirus, right? It actually did go down. But they started going up. The first round, they had like an iffy thing, but I don't know. Right now, it's just like super hitting the up high. I have no clue why. What happened in like the last month? So why I decided to bring Zoom overall in this company review is that, you know what, a lot of students and teachers are struggling with remote education due to coronavirus. So of all the companies that I've reviewed, their IPO or their like stock price or their product price actually went down. But Zoom was the one of the few where their stock price was hitting high. I actually had a picture of Corona, but I forgot to animate it. So one thing that I think this Zoom CEO did a very good job of was that he was giving the K-12 schools his video conferencing tool for free. Apparently it did cost money, but now it doesn't because of coronavirus. A little bit about that is that free basic account was available for Austria, Denmark, France, Ireland, Poland, Romania, and South Korea. Did I say all the country names right? So they allowed it free for them. They actually wrote it. And also, by doing this, it just became became a trend. What that meant was like, okay, no one uses Skype. Who uses Skype? Only gamers knew Discord. So all the kids, all the little kids, or all the like high schoolers needed some like video chat system. It's like people also knew about like WhatsApp and everything, but I don't think they were able to figure out that WhatsApp could do video conferencing or Facebook could do video conferencing, because to a lot of people Facebook was just a social media. But they never ended up trying to figure out that Facebook did have some functions. Unlike Zoom, they came out being like, okay, we tested on users. We worked with Stanford. We're really cool. You guys should definitely try it. But also by letting all these young kids use it, made it like contagious. I'm gonna say the word contagious because the parents were like, oh wait. So these kids are using this program called Zoom, and I think it's really good with interacting with teachers. It's working. Video's working. I can see people. Okay, let's call Auntie next door using Zoom. So that's another like 2 people added. So this was such a good marketing idea. Plus that it was nice of him to do it. And a news goes, we live in Zoom now. I love this thing. Teenagers have jokingly referred to themselves as Zoomers, right? I'm a boomer. But now the name is literal. Overnight, Zoom has become a primary social platform for millions of people, a lot of them high school and college students, right? As the institutions move to online learning. I thought that was a funny article that I had to put in. I've been reading a lot of articles. This was like my favorite. I was like, I have to put this one on my stream. Like, you guys know that I'm a boomer. Like, this was in 2012, and I didn't hear about it until, like, 2020. And so, as being a data analytics, I decided to bring in fun clips of, like, graphs. I don't know, I'm a data analytic focused study area person, right? So, first thing, zooming ahead, I like the name. This person made a good name. It's saying that comparison of the 3 products right now, it's Zoom to Microsoft and Cisco. So Microsoft being as Skype. You could see that Zoom and Microsoft was like, nah, I got my IPO started, so it's gonna go up. But then it went kind of down because people were like, okay, I see this problem, but I don't know, I'm used to Skype, we're gonna go back to Skype. And then Corona hit it, I'm like, boom, Zoom, let's get it, woo, right? And Cisco was like, who uses this? I actually have not heard of Cisco until I've done this research, too. Yeah, so I was more like Skype person, like Skype. Maybe I'm not that old, right? Another thing was working from home boost. I thought this was interesting because on December, right here, you could see that Zoom started going like really high, like the number of users has increased so much on December, and that's when Corona hit, right? And US, it wasn't really a hit. This isn't really like a good data, but I thought this was funny. It seems like Zoom was more like worldwide stuff. Top weekly downloads from March 26th to April 1st. Number 1 is Zoom. Microsoft is way down there. What? Huh. Hangouts pretty good. I don't know what House Party is or Classroom. What are all these? TikTok. It beat TikTok. What? So it's like double the amount from Zoom to TikTok, you know? What? And finally, growth in downloads of video conference app. So you can see it's 4 apps: Hangout, House Party, Teams, and Zoom. The most they're using, Hangouts is very used in US, which I'm not surprised. People are like US loving of Hangouts. Everyone always talks about Hangouts or WhatsApp. It seems House Party is very popular in France. Zoom isn't used too much. US is definitely the second one after Hangout. UK also second. France definitely uses actually Hangout more than Zoom, and apparently really loves Hangout. And Germany was like a Hangout person, and next is Zoom. So, maybe. So now you're wondering, at this point, you're like, okay, so there's no downfall in this company, right? Like, I should have invested. Jinri, why didn't you tell me to invest in like this thing, right? I could have been like to the roof, and like I could have like donated like millions of dollars to you, Jinri, right now. Like, why didn't you tell me about this? Well, here's where I'll try not to be biased, but at the same time, here's what I've encountered of Zoom. Why not? You know, I should have bought it. I don't even know how to buy stock, but mostly like recently, I'm like, I should learn how to buy stock. Like, there are some stocks out there, like, so. Oh wait, sorry, I have to end. Oh, and whatever. One of the things they also mentioned, one of the news articles was like, Zoom should thank coronavirus because they actually went to the roof, right? They're like, Zoom, thank you so much. So anyways, why? Well, you know, once in like March, here's what I've been hearing. So actually March was when I actually heard about Zoom, and the news that I've been hearing were like, why are you using Zoom? Like, what? There's no benefit in using Zoom, or like, I don't know. Why Zoom is attracting so much criticism right now. I'm like, oh wait, what is Zoom now? Here's where I was like, what? No one's using Discord? I'm a Discord freak. I don't know, like video calls? I'll just tell my friends to watch my stream? Like, what's going on? We had like Zoom privacy backlash is only getting started. What? What is going on? Zoom is malware, why experts worry about the video conferencing platform, and it just was like, bam, I found this picture. I thought this was a very good description of like why people are going crazy about it. So let's look in deep of each of the problems Zoom was having in between 2019 and 2020. So maybe 2020. So first thing was Zoom meetings aren't end-to-end encrypted, despite misleading market. What does that mean? It means that the Intercept discovered that through Zoom meetings are encrypted. The company has the ability to access the unencrypted video and audio contents from calls made through its service. In other words, calls are not end-to-end encrypted, despite the fact that Zoom has been telling users otherwise. Here's what I understood it. For people who still didn't understand what that meant, for people who do, please correct me if I say something wrong. So, if I have a conversation with you right now, and if it's an end-to-end encrypted, Twitch cannot use my video or my content or my data that's being stored. So you know how I get to store my videos? Zoom was telling their customers, being like, hey guys, you should definitely use this. Privacy is all set. Whatever you do on video chat, we don't have access, right? We don't touch anything. We don't know like what you talk about. We don't know if you're sharing like stuff, like if you're doing any OES stuff, we don't know. But then they're like, actually, yeah, I don't know, I could somehow like access unencrypted videos and audio content. And you guys are wondering, maybe it's just a news article. How did they know? Well, they did admit it, being like, currently it's not possible to enable E2E encryption for Zoom video meetings. A Zoom spokesman admitted to The Intercept, which was the name of the news. Yeah, thank you. So the end-to-end encryption means that the message sent to the sender, then decrypted by the receiver, so the company can't intercept it in the middle. That's a good description. Maybe you did a better job. Hi, 안녕하세요. 어서오세요. Another problem was that, remember, Zoom and Facebook like invested in Zoom? Well, guess what? Zoom iOS app sends data to Facebook even if you don't have a Facebook account. A little bit about that, it's like, though Zoom's privacy policy does state that the company shares information with third-party service providers, it did fail to mention Facebook specifically. Furthermore, it said that Zoom may collect information from users' Facebook profiles, but only for Zoom users who use Facebook to log in for products or to create an account for products. So they get to access my Facebook, and I don't know, there was a little controversy. Zoom was saying that we can only access if you have a Facebook account. Some people were saying Zoom still could access stuff, or like, the bottom line is Zoom was sending information to Facebook. Kind of iffy. You're like, why are you sending my information? And the fact that, remember previously, if it's not end-to-end encrypted, you have no clue what Facebook's getting of you. Like, all the information, I don't know, you were like doing the oh yeah talk with your girlfriends, right? Being like, ooh la la, oh yeah, and then like, think about it, Facebook has that. And they're gonna use data analytics of like your oh yeah conversation. And I don't know, sometimes maybe like Facebook ads will show you all the oh yeah pictures, being like, I know you were interested in this. And you'd be like, how would they know what's going on? So that was something that was like really bad. And I think the next one is the worst. Zoom bombing, as they called it, when video conferences goes wrong. So here's a problem that they were having. So trolls of the internet are under quarantine too, and they're looking for Zoom to disrupt. They're jumping into public Zoom calls and using the platform's screen share feature to project graphic content to unwitting conference participants, forcing hosts to shut down their events. Apparently they had Discord or like other like chat services for all the trolls to be in and be like, hey, let's go troll over there, porn up, like have all the porns and stuff. I actually was lucky enough to find a tweet that was like, okay, someone starts screen sharing extreme graphic porn during the Love and Chipotle plus Zoom hangout, and it abruptly ended. LOL. I don't know, you can barely see the picture, but one girl's going like and I think there's a guy with a guitar. I think he was supposed to like play the music. This is a Zoom bombing, you know? And how Zoom bombing was possible. So for people who don't know how Zoom system works, is the host will give you a code. You know how if you're wanting to register something, they'll give you a code. And it's like, I don't know, like X6, blah, blah, blah. Links to another link, and you're into the call. Somehow, I don't know how these trolls found, but they were able to get a different link, and they were like, hey, they're having a meeting, guys. Holy cow. La, 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 la. Port attack, guys. That's my favorite part. So yeah, that's kind of... So this actually made... I don't know, there was another story. This is not related. I haven't really found research about it, but there were some people actually telling me that some of the Zoom calls actually made them go into a different room. Like, not by accident. So definitely this like link system going into somewhere wasn't very efficient for Zoom, and this was causing a lot of people trouble. So I was actually surprised when I saw the stock price not go down or like be in like a steady state, but to see recently go up. I don't know what they've talked about, but so I guess the recent thing is that like security news, Zoom security gets boosted with Keybase acquisition. Long story, they're like, okay, we're gonna try to like, because we got so much criticism and all the privacy issues, like we partnered up with them, so don't get mad. And I've actually gone through the Keybase, and they've written what they're planning to do with securing the communications, and he's like, okay, like how do you know a server gave you the right keys? Like that's something we'll tackle. Like is there some trust on first use, like something called tofu? So what? If so, what happens when someone upgrades a device? Like, how do you build a dynamic group? And then how do you make server not lie? So they're trying to fix up the problem that they were having, especially with like the privacy and security issues. So hopefully that's gonna result in a better interface and everything, right? So this was actually literally a month, like not even like couple of weeks news that they actually signed the security. So that's all of like Zoom up to date. We don't know where they're gonna drive forward. I'm definitely looking up in their AR and AI system. That's gonna be definitely interesting. So to end it, I thought this was interesting, but some interesting fact about Zoom was that Glassdoor announced that of the 100 best place to work for 2019, Zoom was second. So the feedback that was saying was like fantastic company culture of happiness. You feel it every day and you can't wait to come to work because you feel cared for. Said by a mid-market account executive. So apparently Zoom is a very good company to work for. Actually, number one, I forgot what her number one. They must have gotten PR right on point. So yeah, that's what they said, and I really enjoyed this quote from Eric. It kind of reflects my streaming knowledge or streaming business that I'm trying to do. This market is extremely crowded. In terms of also Twitch, I could say that this market is extremely crowded. Without a freemium product, you're going to lose the opportunity to let many users test your product. We make our product work so well. We give it most of our features for free. That's why almost every day there are so many users coming to our website. If they like our product, very soon they are going to pay for the subscription. And I thought this was a very nice quote because that reflects a lot for my stream. As in, you know what? I'm giving you all these knowledge. I'm spending extra time to make these stuff. It sounds like League of Legends. I thought I was referring to my business. My products are free. And you know what? If you guys like it, you're going to come every day and end up subscribing to my channel. So, kind of reflects. Anyways, that was Zoom for today. It was very short because they haven't been a long company, but I hope you enjoyed it. And come next week for another company review.
Here.
Sign line here, guys. Oops, where's the line? Thank you for 5,001. Thank you. So that's it. What feedback did they give you? What feedback? 목 아파. 노릇해. This isn't for my work presentation. Weren't you supposed to play a donation clip? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'll do that too. I couldn't find the news about still not being E2E encrypt. I wonder if that, I think that has to do with the key-based acquisition team, their company. I wonder if that's they're gonna do something about that. Let me drink some water. My voice hurts. I scream too loud. Come on. So, side story. So usually I make like a YouTube video out of this because I thought this would be interesting to put on. That's why I put effort into it. I just didn't have time to like do stuff, especially if I'm like streaming all day, which is hard. But side story was that when I looked this up, so when I do my studies, I do kind of rely on Wikipedia because they have like a lot of links, like a lot of the articles, and I also rely on Fortune 500. I've actually subscribed in one of them. I'm basically, you guys are paying for my subscription. My $80 per hour. And one of the articles did state that like, is Zoom a Chinese company? Personally, that's why I didn't want to use Zoom, because if they're not doing an E2E, at least before, where we were talking about, they're not doing an E2E system encryption, and if their main like software platform developing situation is happening in China, I wouldn't trust it right now. Because you know how I have TikTok on this phone, which I should probably delete and put it on my other phone? Is the weird thing was that, so I put TikTok notification as silent, and somehow it keeps notifying me, which is kind of creepy. Being like, are they going through my phone? So I'll probably delete TikTok and move it to my other phone, but so yeah, like what creepy thing about Facebook? Can I get another soda or this water thing? I'll be back. 하나 더. I have two phones because I have... One was my Korean phone, one was my American phone. So I use the other one to do like streaming. But they don't have internet access, which kinda sucks. If you leave a language in the background, they will hear it. What? That's so creepy. Really? That's actually really creepy. Double chip phones? What's a double chip phone?
아니
Oh, really? Facebook's so scary now. Sorry, I was looking on my phone. Someone added me on LinkedIn saying, "Hi, I'm your viewer. This is so cute. I'll accept you." That's so cute. Networking. I have to reach at least 500 people, right? I hope that was fun. I hope I did learn a lot. Definitely, it's kind of like how much marketing did they? How much I'm questioning how much marketing fees it cost them to be able to do that. You know. But I still wouldn't use Zoom. When I use Zoom, when I see my mom do Zoom on Zoom, it's actually not that good. Like, their interface sucks. It's very hard to get in. It's very confusing. Personally, I prefer Discord more, but apparently it's just... people just don't look into other products. That's why, like, trend and marketing is so good. But I don't see the benefit of using Zoom, honestly. 안녕하세요, 어서오세요. So we were talking about Zoom. What's so good about Zoom? Like, I know so many people using Zoom. Institutional software? 그러니까 we just went through all the like issues that Zoom was having. Really? They have chroma key background thingy. But did you know I actually prefer using Line because you can play games on it, like online on Line app. Oh, that's why House Party got popular. They have same features. Like, it's like there's so many lines. The neighbor owned line Kineko. 아니 소리 좀만 줄일래? 뭐 52원이야. 오빠는? 나? 아니야. You didn't sell mine? What? No, my brother's so mean. Crap. Oh! So, side story, sorry guys, my brother and I play Animal Crossing, what am I saying? Animal Crossing, and yes, my turnip price was 170. I couldn't check it because I'm at work, and he sold his on my farm, and he didn't sell mine. What a freaking! And now it's at 50. Oh, evil brother. He only cares about himself. So bad. Anyway, sorry. I wasn't reading what you guys were saying. I know. I should have hidden my stuff. 진짜 완전 pisses me off. Anyway, sorry. What? Prefer using Facebook. I like Facebook too. So Koreans use Kakao, but I don't like Kakao either. It's just a naming brand that made it so popular. Honestly, Line is much better. I don't know. I think I prefer Line. Taiwanese definitely use Line. Company interview using WebEx. I've never heard of WebEx, guys. It's so funny. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. It's already 9:14. 아 맞다 도네이션 are we here? 아 미안하게 시리 아 이게
지울게 너에게 남겨줬던 추억까지도 바랄게 너와의 기억도 남지 못하게
이건 나랑 너무 사랑스러운데? 나는 사랑스럽지가 않다고
너의 기억 모두 가져가줘 다 지워줘 Don't for me
My voice cannot be beautiful like this.
떠날게 가질 수 없는 너란 걸 알고 있어 보낼게 너와의
Why? Because it's so low.
다 버릴게
This is like totally like angelic, like, and she's very soprano, different range. So it's like. 키야 낮추는 된다고? 라라라라. My turnip! Anyone has an expensive turnip price by any chance? 노래방이 날까? 갑자기 노래 스트레스. Bluetooth mode. 아, 나 요새, guys, sorry, it became a karaoke stream suddenly. I kind of got depressed. But recently, I've been listening to this song all day. So I'm gonna sing it. It's a very sad song. Could you share the link of the video? Okay. 기다려봐. I don't know how to get the link. How do you get the link? 슬픈 노래는 오히려 남자들이 좋아한다고? 그래. 나는 secretly boy. Whoever knows this song, 아 진짜. 동물의 놀자. 뭐더라? How does this song go? 편지를 써 날 떠나 너무 높은데? 다른 사람에게 였던 너를 너무 높지 않아? It's so high. 내 눈물 모아서 하늘에 미안이라도 네가 나를 찾으면 너의 곁에 길을 낮춰놓겠다고 잊혀지지 않음으로 널 그저 사랑하겠다고 일 거예요. 내 눈물의 편지 하늘에 닿으면 언젠가 그대 돌아오겠죠. 내게로 난 믿을 거예요. 눈물 모아. It's good song, guys. 기다려봐. 갑자기 기다려봐. 포커스. 너의 사랑이 아니라도 네가 나를 찾으면 너의 길을 낮춰놓겠다고 잊혀지지 않음으로 널 그저 사랑하겠다고 그대여는 기다릴 거예요. 내 눈물의 편지 하늘에 닿으면 언젠간 그대 돌아 조금 틀렸다 계속 오겠죠. 내게로 야 이거 음이 안 맞아. 야 남자 키 맞고 아니 나 여자 키 I thought it fit better with girl key. 아 다음에 duet 노래 좀 찾아봐야 되겠다. We should figure out some duet songs to do. 밖을 하나 둘씩 별빛이 꺼질 때쯤에 그대 편지를 써 떠나. 야 이거 너무 낮은데? 너를 잊을 수 없으니 내 눈물 모아서 하늘에 너의 사랑이 아니라도 네가 나를 찾으면 너의 길을 낮춰놓겠다고 잊혀지지 않음으로 널 그저 사랑하겠다고 그대 너무 낮은데? 그거에 하늘을 닿으면 언젠간 그대 돌아오겠죠. 내게로 난 믿을 거예요. 눈물 모아 아니요 아까 링크 아니었어요. Everyone sing it together. When I say everyone sing together 다 같이. 아 재밌다. 오랜만에 노래방 간다. 아 진짜 술 땡긴다. 술 가질 거야. Drinking time. 이것도 났는데. 불빛 아래 촛불 하나. 와인잔에 남긴 약속 하나. 항상 너의 곁에 지켜줄 거야. 날 믿어준 너였잖아. 건 오직 하나. 영원한 행복을 꿈꾸지만 화려하지 않아도 꿈 같진 않아도 너만 있어주면 돼. 걱정 마. 언제나 이 순간을 잊지 않을게. 내 품에 떠나자. 영원히 빛을 잃어가지 않게. 'Cause your love is so sweet, you are mine. 힘들다, 시마이. 우리 체스 언제 해? When do we start playing chess, guys? What is this? 나나나나나나나나 어디 있어? Where is my chess? Where is my chess? 내가 뭐해? 솔직히 who watched Hospital Playlist? So, if you didn't watch Hospital Playlist, please watch it. 널 처음 사진으로 본 그날 99년 1월 31일 그날 이후 지금 이 순간까지 나 하나만 기다려준 너를 이건가? 오늘도 습관처럼 같은 내 전화 가슴이 받아주는 너에게 세상 가장 행복한 사람으로 만들어준 너를 너무 사랑해 사랑하게 될 줄 알았어 우리 처음 만난 그날에 시간 속에 희미해지는 사랑의 그대가 흔들린대도 그땐 내가 잡을게요 그대처럼 나 전미도랑 비슷한 것 같아. I think I have the same like range with her. 싫어서 너무 오랜 사랑 힘들어서 아픈 눈물 흘리는 너를 널 돌아선 못된 내 맘도 기다려준 너를 사랑하게 될 줄 알았어 우리 처음 만난 그날에 시간 속에 희미해지는 사랑의 그대가 흔들린대도 그때 내가 잡을게요 그대처럼 얼마나 힘들었을까 여기 어디지? 는 자세히 감싸는 너를 사랑하게 될 줄 알았어 우리 처음 만난 그날에 시간 속에 희미해지는 사랑에 그대가 흔들린대도 내가 잡을게요 아무 걱정 마요 Don't worry What? This song makes me feel like I'm in the middle of the desert in the middle of the summer without water. Where? Why? In what terms? Encore! 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 자, 찐막송. 뭐 부를까? 재밌다. 진짜. 난 이런 노래 좋아. 나 아저씨인가 봐. I think I'm old man. very famous song in Korea where all old guys only sing. 술이 한잔 생각나는 밤 같이 있는 것 같아요. 그 좋았던 시절들 이젠 yes I do. I love to sing and shower. 떠나는 그대 얼굴이 혹시 울지는 않을까. 나 먼저 돌아섰죠. 그때부터 그리워요. 사람이 변하는 걸요. 다시 전부 다 그댈 원해요. 이렇게 취할 때면 꺼져버린 전화를 붙잡고 여보세요. 거기 잘 지내니 다같이 여보세요. 왜 말 안 하니. 울고 있니. 내가 오랜만이라서. Everyone 사랑하는 사람이라서 그대 소중한 맘을 전해. 이기적인 그대의 나에게 그대를 다시 불러오라고 미친 듯이 외쳤어. 야, 지금 너네 you guys only care about background. What the heck? 야, 간점. 마지막 레슨. About 30. This song is called About 30 because it's me. Oh, I'm almost 30, guys. Oh my god, hallelujah. I'm so old. Oh my god. 하루 멀어져 간다. 내 몸은 담배 연기처럼 자기만한 내 기억 속에 무얼 채워 살고 있는지 점점 더 멀어져 머물러 있는 청춘인 줄 알았는데 비어가는 내 가슴 속에 더 아무것도 찾을 수 없네. Oh, I'm 30. 계절은 다시도 배터리 없어. No battery, 배터리가 없어. 내가 떠나보는 것도 아닌데 내가 떠나온 것도 아닌데. 배터리. 아쉽게도 시간이 다 됐어요. 수고했어 오늘도. That was a failed part of no. No, we didn't get to even watch. I brought more coins. 아, 이게 배터리가 왜 없냐? 충전을 할까? Where's my battery charger? 진짜. Anyways, guys, I'll send you guys off somewhere. Not many people came today, but it's okay. It was still worth something. Who should I send you guys to? 딱히 없는데? I'm here at least. Ginny 언니 대기업이야. She's 대기업. Fake batteries. Thank you for a fun stream. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. We still didn't get to play chess. When should we start playing chess? Oh, I have no time. Chess will be season 5. Season 5 is when school's starting, guys. When is chess and puzzle? 진짜 어려요. Well, we gotta start doing our marketing. We're starting to lose people again. We'll do some data analytics tomorrow, work on our map, doing a lot of analyzing graphs, and I hope that's be all. I'll try to upload things today. Dance. 오늘은 시청자가 많이 없으니까 그냥 내 방송 보다 가. 수고했어요 다들. Good night guys. See you guys tomorrow. Are we streaming? No. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, I'm streaming tomorrow. 수고했어요. Good night. Careful. Be careful. Do a marriage raffle giveaway. It's okay. 안녕.